Well, what are you waiting for? Finish it. You might not think so now, but it's likely to end up that way. How about I make this real simple for us both? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind bars. You want to put an end to me here and now? Then fine. Get it over with. Life's kicked me around enough as it is. But if you want to let me die on my own terms, then leave me in peace. Well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. But here's a problem you'll have to solve with your brain instead. I've encrypted this slate. If you can crack it, you'll learn something useful. Now get out of here and leave me in peace.
All green on release. We're free to fly. But a fella could do a lot worse than Constellation.
Have any new books for me?
How you doing, Sweet Pea?
Well, I'm okay. But I'd be a lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
Grav drive
Welcome to
spinning
Pre-Star
down.
Space.
Systems
We're gonna do
green.
a quick scan. And for contraband, you could be on your way.
Imagine how Solomon must have felt. We're here, Cap.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Good to see. May I be of service? Certainly.
Clamps released.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack.
Hey, deputy.
Not everyone gets to say they work.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the cantina.
Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy jumping from one side of the Freestar Collective to the other. How do you like the job so far? That's good to hear. So, what brings you by? Well, well, what do we have here? Well, this is new. Very interesting indeed. I'll see what I can do. If you can get me another one of these, it'll give me more context for the encryption and should speed things up. In the meantime, you be careful out there, Deputy. From what I've heard, these mercs mean business.
Hey there, Deputy.
Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montara.
A man should provide for his family, not drag them down along with him. I've got to do better. Thank God. I thought the Shaw gang was going to kill all the hostages in the bank. You were amazing. Thank you. We wouldn't have made it without you. Listen, I have nothing. Less than nothing. My family moved here from Sidonia, hoping for a better life. Sometimes I just feel cursed. And I could live with that if it was just me. But Simone and little Liv? I think it's just different flavors of pain. Sorry, you should feel good, super good about what you did at Galbank. You want to talk about anything?
Thank you for saving my husband. I was so scared. I hope that never happens again. Thank you for saving my husband.
The worst thing is, I could really see loving it here. We just need a chance. We've been given as much charity as I can stomach. Without the Low House, I mean, there's something, but it's a hell of a thing to ask. As dark as things are, there are so many good people out there. Simone, my wife, has got a cousin, Milena Exelrod. Truthfully, I never much cared for Milena. But she runs freight, and I know her routes sometimes take her this way. Milena is family. Might be she'd do something for her kin. I'm looking for a job, and I'll do anything. Well, anything legal. Milena's United Colonies, like us, and I know she's got problems of her own with Aquila City. She clams up the times I've asked. Not even Simone knows. I'm sure she's run afoul of the law somehow. That's kind of how she operates. You are an answer to our prayers. Milena called Simone yesterday. I'm pretty sure she's still in the system. Just giving me any hope. It's a lot.
Hey, your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
Lifting off now.
And we're back where we belong.
Sometimes I just want to turn off the grav drive so we can float around.
Your grav drive is toast.
Directly to their grav drive.
Kiss your shields goodbye. Ship's missing its shield.
Thanks for the assist. You're welcome to board.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Well, sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
And we're docked.
If fighting the fleet doesn't get the juices flowing, you're doing it wrong. It's supposed to be safe around here, but Cheyenne has always been just a giant bastard to me. Unless you're a native. In which case, oh my god, I love what you've done with the place. I knew it! I knew it! Damon should have told me. Her and Marco are so damned proud. I'd love to help them out. Might be I've got a checkered history with the fine city of Aquila. If you clear up any lingering hard feelings, then I could resume doing business there. I'd set up Stick-Up-His-Ass Marco as my official importer. Then wins all around. I used to do cargo hauls for the mayor, and he got really upset that I might have been carrying more than I ought to. We had some words, maybe one fat lip, not mine, and now I'm persona non grata. Well, two paths I see. The trade authorities got a fixer named Tom Starrett. He might be able to facilitate things. Or Mayor Cartwright. God, that windbag. Well, if he'd take a sorry, that would work. Fat chance. Either way, I expect credits will be on the line. On the back end, I could afford to give you a taste of the action. Not sure it'll cover the fees. You're brave. I mean, obviously, with all the pew-pew out there. Marco doesn't deserve you. But Simone, she's one of the good ones. You square things away. You take care of my legal issue. My family owes you. But I figure you figured that.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. All right, you're good.
Got a freighter coming through.
The rock might have some work for someone like you.
I hope Aquila is treating you nicely. The finest folk in the settled systems make their home right here.
Milena Axelrod? I wished I'd never heard that name again. She's a menace. She punched me in the face. Can you imagine? Why would you want to let her back here? What? Oh, that's terrible. Listen, I feel for the Jansons. If it was just the fisticuffs, I could look the other way. But we caught her smuggling red-handed. She's been blacklisted for good reason. But, legally, if you pay off a bounty, I can't stop her from coming back. But we'll be watching her. I'd like to think that, but... I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. This really is against my better judgment, but fine. She can come back. I need a drink.
Dad keeps saying he's sorry all the time.
Milena contacted me. She's making me her official importer. I'm not sure how much it pays, but I'll take it. You have no idea what you've done. I figured it might be something like that. I'll make sure to keep my distance from any of that. I can't wait to tell Simone. This is the first ray of sunshine we've seen in years.
Hardly walk 2 steps.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Friend, I gotta confess, I'm not much in the mood for conversation. I know, I shouldn't let that woman get up under my skin, but, well, I can't seem to help it. Girl comes in here with her big ideas about how we defend our city. No respect for the way we've done things for years. No worries about the possible consequences, and expect us to thank her for making our lives more difficult. I tell you, I've never seen entitlement like that. Not a shred of awareness in her. It's shocking is what it is. Look, this ain't New Atlantis. It ain't all flowers and chirping birds out there. These walls around us, they're here for a damn good reason. I've trained the guards here for years, again, for a damn good reason. We get it wrong, we not watching all the time, then the Ashta kill innocent people. That's the simple reality of the situation. So when someone struts into town with their untested ideas on how to do things better than those of us who dedicated our lives to protecting the city, that don't go over so well. That's a big if. And I'm not about to do a live test of whatever tech she thinks she got. Look, this is getting my blood pressure up talking about this so damn much. You think you can talk some sense into her? Be my guest. Otherwise, I suggest you leave defending this city to the people who spent their lives doing it.
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Well, you sure don't look like you're delivering the capacitors I'm waiting for. Something I can do for you? No. That's not really accurate. It is, however, slightly less openly hostile a reaction than I've gotten around here, so I'll take it. I'm not sure what you've heard, or quite frankly, why this seems to be getting around the way it is. Despite assertions to the contrary, I'm not attempting to run anyone out of a job, or open the city gates to allow Ashta to come pouring in. Nor am I in any way attempting to make a statement about the competence of the current security forces and/or apparatus in Aquila City. I hope that clears things up. Okay, well, I must need to work on my delivery because I keep having this problem. I need to prove that what I'm working on can make a positive difference. Then you'll see it my way. I could really use some help, in fact, just to make sure this all goes off without a hitch. Would you be willing to place some sensors for me? That is great news. Just take these and stick them in specific spots in the city along the wall. When you're done, come find me. I'll find something to do in the meantime to give myself an air of plausible deniability.
My husband and I work hard to feed it.
Running the low house is tough.
You got some good news, I hope? Well, that's that then. So, this next part, it's a bit delicate. See that guard tower across the way there? I need to get in there and make a few small modifications to the terminal inside. I don't have the processing power to collate all the data that'll be coming in from the sensors. The existing network does. Oh, goodness. I really am bad at communicating sometimes. I have that part well in hand. The, guard standing outside there, he's not gonna let me in. I need you to distract him. I should only need a few moments. So, I don't know, convince him to take a break or something. Or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, maybe give him some official business to attend to. I believe it's what Davis would refer to as a ruckus. As soon as you've got him occupied, I'll scoot in and out before anyone notices. Okay? Let's do this.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use old abandoned facilities as outposts. You know, the ones left over from the colony war?
What brings you to the wall? Boredom? Because if that's what you're looking for, you've hit the jackpot. And I'm just supposed to take this on what, faith? Yeah, I hope so. I haven't agreed to anything yet. I think you may be right. I guess I believe you. Just don't do anything I'll regret, okay?
That's all settled then. Thanks for the assist. Hope you're none too worse for wear. This is bending the rules, not breaking laws. And it'll all work out in the end. You'll see. Once enough data has been collected, I'll have the proof I need to convince them, especially Davis, that my technology is useful. If you're curious, come back tomorrow. I might even have preliminary findings.
Milena's been nice, friendly. I keep waiting for the others.
I was so scared.
Simone baked the cake. Look around for me.
The sensors shouldn't cause any disruption at all. I checked the schematic 3 times. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise. Really? That's what matters to you? Wow. Okay. Well, no. I don't have any credits to offer you. I just thought maybe you'd want to help a friend. Are we friends? Well, whatever. I just need someone I can trust to help me. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Oh, it's you. Nothing that would get you in trouble. Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all. Kinda everything. The timing of the results, the strength of the signals. I did a lot of research on the Ashta before I started this project, and none of it lines up like it should. No, the tech is fine. I never would have put it out there if I had any reservations about that. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me. But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something is going on. I'd really appreciate it.
I think I'm gonna take the kids off world.
Vigilance is what keeps Aquila City safe. Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now, so unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time. Oh, did you now? And did that perhaps come from a certain entitled so-called inventor who's caused me no end of headaches? Oh, is she? After going off and doing exactly what she was told not to, she's concerned now? She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have more important things to worry about. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence. That makes sense. But something's got him riled up. Now I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You wanna join me? Yeah, I've heard more than a few hunters say something similar. They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. We'll head out from there.
Hopefully you're not some UC drone.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Alright, you ready to head out there? Okay then. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
Just keep your gun holstered during your stay, and you'll be good in my book.
This is what I'm talking about. These tracks. They're all wrong. The spacing, the depth, just doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going. The Ashta are clever, but they're usually predictable. These tracks don't follow any other paths I expect them to. It just doesn't add up. Looks like the tracks head this way. This is one of our security bots. Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashta? Why in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, you got incoming. Ashta coming! Stay close. Stay safe. You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you. But now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this, and why? No, I expect not. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. But while I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last. I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
Mr. Tate, he's a realtor.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You find them scouring old labs and facilities, taking whatever's not safe down.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet. Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about you going on patrol with him? He's... he's all right, isn't he? Nothing, bad happened out there. What's that supposed to mean? I thought I deleted the logs. Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down. Oh, I get you. Here. It's all I've got. Please, don't tell him it was me. I can wipe the security logs as soon as you're gone.
Name of that guy, the contact for the job?
We need to get to the bottom of it. The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible? Just my luck. My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's gone crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much, but not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, it might prove useful.
community because of generous donations.
Go find a job. The least we could do is give them a good meal.
I don't mean to be callous. But working with the Low House, I see how bad people got it. We have trouble looking after them.
Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works for now. So we have to be prepared. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble? Well, whatever gets you through the day. I've had more than my fill of it for this lifetime. Things here have been, well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. I did, repeatedly. In fact, so much that he asked me to stop, so I apologize for that, repeatedly. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. No, he's not. He's out there at least 4.5 times as frequently. There's something else going on. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
You didn't hear this from me.
The fact that whoever sabotaged that robot is getting away with it is... Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? All broken up about it, I'm sure. So what can I do for you? And there's the headache. Ah, that woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Not sure yet. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe we don't know who was behind it. Not sure who I can trust now, you know? But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in a fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case. All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid.
Yeah, it's tough living here.
She's got a lot of things figured out.
On her own terms.
I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. But it seems to me that it might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right, and it's just a glitch. And, no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. I remember a story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious, and me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it! No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me? If we didn't have proof, nobody would believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now. I mean, it does and it doesn't, you know? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. Oh, don't worry about me. Thanks again for saving my ass.
If you're looking for work, Mayor Cartwright might have something.
Or point you that way.
Davis should be more careful. The data shows the Ashta are more active. So... No, he didn't. There's no way Davis would say that, even if it's true. But it is true, isn't it? My data was accurate. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake, that I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Yeah, you're right. If anything, this has proven I should trust my instincts. I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
If you are ever looking to buy property, remember me, Mr. Tate. Nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Tate, and you have the look of a newcomer. Welcome to Aquila City. I don't suppose you're in the market for real estate. If so, then look no further. In the heart of the Freestar Collective, who wouldn't? I have 2 properties for sale. This one here is a refurbished colonial manor in the heart of the core. I also have a more modest 1-bedroom in Midtown. Any interest in them? It's my favorite listing I've had in years. Spacious in the core itself. I took great pains to get all the approvals, so the neighbors should be no problem. It's historic and spacious. Oh my, so much space. And the price? is a veritable bargain. I can't say I'm surprised. As rare as properties like this are, rarer still is the buyer who can afford it. But you do take care. My manor in the core has been approved by both the mayor and the It's an unfurnished one-bedroom, lots of space. It's a very convenient location, just a block or so from Co Plaza. Are you interested? A shame. Well. A pleasure to see you again. I don't suppose this time you're... Wait, before you go. My instinct says you're a person who knows how to work with their hands, or, in this case, heavy equipment. Are you familiar with mining lasers? Excellent. There are so many in the stretch, living in terrible conditions. The Low House and I are working together to make cheap, affordable housing. But the land we want to build on has hard stone that needs to be cleared. And it truly is the best cause. Once you clear the land, we'll be one step closer to changing some lives for the better.
Say those maroon zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial bee. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Well, if I know. They think it is. That's dangerous.
So we're gonna have a house, Mom?
That's what Mr. Tate is working on. We'll have to move out from construction.
A for real house, like the ones next door?
It's not going to be a manor house, but 4 walls, a roof.
If you have something to say, get it over with.
All right, out with it. What the hell is the matter with you?
Solomon Coe would have liked me.
Sure. Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he would have liked you?
Well, if you listen to your grandpa, Solomon Co. would have given me a good
Just
whoop.
go away, will you?
But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
All right. Out with it. What the hell is the matter with you? Wait. You're seriously going to give me the runaround by flipping this onto me? I'm angry because you've betrayed my trust. You want to play this foolish game? Fine. Members of Constellation are held to the highest regard, yet you persist on making poor decisions that reflect badly upon us. If you intend to continue this behavior, then maybe we shouldn't be traveling together. I'm not going to stand here and describe everything you've done, but let's just say you need to wise up and make smarter decisions. If you don't, then I need to seriously consider the need for us to be traveling together. I'm not sure there's anything you can say at this point. Maybe you are. I don't know. Well, I suppose I can understand that. Well, that definitely helps. Look, I realize things out here can be rough, so I'm going to let this go. For now. Just try to be more careful in the future. Otherwise, you'll find yourself traveling alone.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's? Like, a lot.
Important or not, I'm ready to listen. Fishing for a handout, eh? Oh, you're going to make me blush again, aren't you? You have no idea how badly I needed to hear those words. I love you. We're in love. Do you even need to ask? Take your time. I don't mind. Good. Anytime you want to talk about our relationship, just let me know. God knows you've done that enough times for me. Oh, damn. I was starting to enjoy the conversation.
walls.
You do not want to go outside the city walls.
I
The
love my
Ashta will
job.
rip you apart.
Marvelous. One step closer. I can't wait to tell Ms. Wolf. I know it's not much, but this is well earned.
Your next stop wouldn't be the Charybdis system, would it? We got a report of a distress call out there. But we don't have
Hello there. So good to see you. Aquila City truly is the jewel of the Free Star Collective. Midtown's where most of the business and trading gets done. It's not as old as the core, because it was built later as the city grew. As the name might suggest, Wallside's the district that runs along the inside of the Great Wall that surrounds the city. It's mostly farmers and other laborers that live down there. They ain't got quite as much space, but it's cheaper, so it all works out. Ah, you must be referring to The Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Free Star Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Free Star Collective. You really are new around here, aren't you? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashta. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. As long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanove Manor, and he's the worst, simply the worst. But it's been a problem since the Hassanove family ran out of heirs. There's an old wrong the Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades. And hence, well, I need help. I was right to talk to you about this. The last Hassanove was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, it broke her. She packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Aquila City and the protection of its walls. It didn't take long before the Ashta overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanoves. The Hassanovs were one of the early families that took to making a living in space. Very industrious, mainly miners. They settled planetside in the earliest days of Aquila City. They helped good old Solomon Co. a time or two, but they didn't fare well living in full gravity after a couple of generations in zero-G. Lots of health issues. Eventually, a string of just terrible luck left only lonely old Sahar Hassanov. Poor lady. And those that were healthy kept leaving Aquila. The call of the stars. A lot of folks thought the same. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashta, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Aquila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the Corps, well, that'll be a bonus. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions, so everything the Hassanovs owned was in limbo. What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer to make heads or tails of it. But eventually it wound up on the open market, so slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belongs. See things made right. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashta, please just don't go. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful, and look out for yourself.
Landing site's clear. All green here.
services circuit in the hub. Front, if you need it.
What?
Tell them how I feel. I don't care that we're co-workers.
Go for it.
Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face. I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now... Me? I did something wrong. Let me explain. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Ha! Like I care. And give them the satisfaction? Ha! Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. Who the who? Wait. Hasanov. You mean the family that owned this manor? Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No questions asked. I paid good money to live here, and they're the ones trying to cheat me. If you start seeing sense, the offer is open.
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah, and might get some more on the back end. Your casserole sealed the deal.
Don't you need to wait for the contract to be signed?
This ain't the UC. We shook hands and the deal's done. Should have the contract signed tomorrow.
My cousin works for Deimos, and he says the approval process for a big deal can take months.
That's life under the boot for you. Business keeps going this good, and it'll make... Dealing with these pretentious cord jerks worth it.
My. You aren't from around here, are you? Ugh, I didn't expect to kill a city to be so... No, it's fine. I'll take Aggies over the Rock any day. Who wants to get drunk when there's rangers all around? Oh, have you met my boyfriend, Frank? If he seems rude, it's only because the people... Around here, treat him badly. I really like it here. I just wish the people in the city were a
I don't suppose you still have that will handy, hmm? Have you reconsidered my offer? 10,000 credits if you just hand it over and forget about it. Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close. I don't suppose you still have that will handy. I don't suppose you still have that will handy, hmm? You're damn right I don't. In fact, I almost feel sorry for her. Bunch of wrong-headed, judgmental, backward-looking dust wranglers. That's what these people are. Every credit I spent on that house, I made with honest, hard work. I come here to make my way, and this is how they treat me. I can tell they're all hoping I sell and move out, but the hell with that. I'm gonna stay here and stick it to them all. Make them suffer. Have you reconsidered, Mal? I paid good. If you start seeing...
Like I said, I wish my granddad was still with us. What happened to the Hassano? You got it! That's wonderful! But Blake Aldwell... Well, let me think back. There was a Blake. Might be we can track him or any surviving kin down. I'll get my lawyer on this. Frank Langston's in for a rude surprise. And we can maybe see a Hassano return back to the core. They helped make the Freestar Collective. If they have living heirs, well, it's more than I could have hoped for. You've more than earned this. You've done the city a great service.
I used to get really grossed out by blood, but I'm used to it now. I've been helping out my mom with doctor stuff. It's hard sometimes, but I kinda like if you're sick or hurt. My mom's the doctor. She can fix anything, even ashtabites.
Landing commencing.
I don't make chit-chat with patrons. Don't think Sistiff or the Rangers will help you if you get into trouble out here.
Wait! Don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong!
Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice that you tried to slip away without paying? Your deck.
I was just going out for some fresh air. I even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon. We don't shoot guests over a misunderstanding. Sir, please return to your table. It's bad practice to leave our establishment.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. I'm at a critical point in my investigation, and frankly, your presence here is an unwelcome complication. Now let's just get this over with. She won't be staying long, so I don't have time to brief you. You'll find out everything you need to know when you meet with her. Follow me.
What do you think you're doing? Mine! Here to bask in my glory, I.
Come on, sit.
So you're working with Autumn, huh?
Thinking of running sometime.
Who are
Talk to
you?
May, and she'll fill you in.
Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. Well, thanks for the economics lesson, but I think I know my trade. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. Someone who volunteers to run the Red Mile. a deadly stretch of terrain just outside the cantina. It's infested with hostile creatures, and few people survive. The ones that do earn a reputation. I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
You're really going to take on the mile, huh?
I hope you're enjoying your visit.
Is something bothering you, sir?
Runners come and go. The mile usually wins.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
If they disagree.
I took this job so I could be here to see all the runners in person. Of course, most of them, I see only once.
Word to the wise, security here is run by mercs. They don't play by the same rules as other security officials.
It's a pleasure to have you.
You'll be talking to the underside of my boot if you keep trying to strike up a conversation.
It can get rowdy in here sometimes, but...
Pardon me.
May runs a tidy establishment. Let's keep it that way.
Stars are smiling down at you. Secondly, a celebrity never pays for his
Nothing
own
quite
drink.
like the excitement of a run.
Rather, he enjoys the adoration of the masses, which as often as not comes in glasses.
I keep thinking I should run the course someday.
Well, I'm
But after
afraid
seeing
I've
some of
never
the
actually
deaths
been a part of
firsthand,
adoring messes.
maybe not.
And if what you say is true about celebrities never buying their drinks, then there must be a lot of thirsty celebrities out there. But all of this is beside the point. You're not getting a free drink from me.
Well, if you develop a sudden sense of charity and compassion, I'll be at my table.
Right.
I can't believe Donovan Reese is actually here in this bar. That guy is a legend.
That's why I hired you and your people. I trust that this pirate company pays us a visit.
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Miss Divine.
We're gonna need to negotiate new terms with that. And I'll give you a hint about what that means. It means a lot more money for us.
I already paid you more than a fair wage, son. And I paid on time. Every time. In fact, I paid top dollar to ensure that you're better off. But if you're not satisfied with the compensation, I'm sure I can find other members of your outfit.
Maybe. Or maybe I could call them up myself and see how they feel about taking over Red Miles, leaving you the burdens of management. I'm sure we can find ways to bolster profits here.
Oh, you're welcome to try. But I have friends in town. Wouldn't want me to have
See, I think you're on top, man.
This place used to be a real dive, but things are looking up.
Someone wants to throw their life away, I guess that's their decision, but you really need to make a spectacle out of it? It seems exploitative. Isn't that wrong?
Now, Sati, you're choosing only to look at the negative. Successful runners like Mr. Reese have earned considerable fame.
Please be careful out there.
I hear May's always looking for new and returning runners for the Red Mile.
Things are going smoothly, I trust?
I'm a little preoccupied, to be honest.
Tell me everything.
It's about Donovan. He keeps adding to his tab, but he hasn't paid anything in a while. I don't want to be too harsh about it, but at some point, enough's got to be enough, right?
Ah, yes. I can see how that would put you in a difficult position. Were it any other patron, I'd insist on forgiving. Mr. Reese, however, is a special guest and is treated as such.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
I'll take care of it.
I'll do that.
I know it probably chafes at your sense of fairness, but the reality is that sometimes famous people get special treatment. That's just the way of things.
Yes, ma'am.
The mile is dangerous. Make sure you're prepared. What you're doing is incredibly brave. I won't forget that.
What's this I hear about you giving one of my crew a hard time, Reese? Since you quit running, I assumed you
Please be
over
careful
that
out there.
whole Death Wish thing.
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Miss Divine.
If it isn't little General Stalker. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't stand up and salute. I'm just not all
It
that
can get
impressed
rowdy
by
in here
you,
sometimes,
your
but
lads, lasses,
we try
and
to
all,
keep things civil.
playing and soldiers. Oh, and you can drop that whole intimidation thing you're trying. I've been face to face with death more times than you and all your insecure gun-toting bullies put together.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean consequences like how you and your bloody weekend warriors are driving all the business out of Red Mine? Thanks to you, barely able to control
Raided and plundered on a regular basis.
Sure. The occasional pirate raid would satisfy me. And the pirates would leave, and the guests would return. I'd find a lot right now. Just get the hell out of my face, you pretentious blackguard. I'm already bored of this conversation.
It's a good thing you're so funny, Reese. It's the only thing keeping me from kicking your ass.
Spare me.
I'm a little short now, but I want it all back someday.
It's a pleasure to have you.
If you think you've got a chance in the Red Mile, talk to me.
Stand his credit.
She's always happy to have more fodder for the beasties down there.
I'll do that.
I know it probably chafes at your sense of fairness, but the reality is that sometimes famous people get special treatment. That's just the way of things.
Yes, ma'am.
Pardon me?
What's This I hear about you giving one of my crew a hard time, Reese. Since you quit running, I assumed you were over that whole death wish thing. But maybe I was wrong.
Well, well. If it isn't little General Stockton. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't stand up and salute. I'm just not all that impressed by you, your lads, lasses and all, playing as soldiers. Oh, and you can drop that whole intimidation thing you're trying. I've been face to face with death more times.
Hey, just so you know, I don't put it down the drift like that.
Someone's got a death wish. Why not make a few credits off it?
You wouldn't last a minute in the Red Mile.
I can't wait for the next run. It's gonna be one to remember.
May runs a tidy establishment. Let's keep it that way.
Lynn's really trying to turn this place around.
Oh, I can't wait for the next run. It's gonna be one to remember.
Lynn's really trying to turn this place around.
I can't believe Donovan Reese is actually here.
If you fancy yourself a Red Mile runner, just speak to me. Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Well, of course you are. How could you miss hearing about the Settled System's most exciting sporting event? Why, even people from the most backwoods systems like Sol have heard of the Red Mile. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. Do enjoy your stay.